Alright guys, welcome back to What If Vegeta Was Always Good. I'm enjoying this series, I hope you're all enjoying it too. With that being said, let's get to it. As Vegeta, Nappa, and Raditz and Goku were all training at Capsule Corp, they started to tell each other stories and how their lives were going. Raditz was doing pretty well with launch. Vegeta and Bulma were doing pretty well. Goku even had a kid on the way. Everything seemed to be going just fine, and Nappa was living that sweet, sweet single life. Nothing really seemed to be out of the ordinary, but suddenly, a man would walk up to him. This man was Supreme Kai-Shen. Supreme Kai-Shen heard about Vegeta. He defeated Frieza and installed a democracy across the entire universe. A galactic force which brought peace and prosperity. He honestly really liked Vegeta. He was famous. Saiyans were famous for being brutal and evil, but Vegeta was famous for helping out. He's gone to many planets, learned wisdom, and helped people across the universe. Shen would look at Vegeta and say, "It's an honor to meet you. You're what every mortal should be." Vegeta looked at him confused and said, "Okay." "Oh, where are my manners? I am Shen, Grand Supreme Kai." Shen would introduce himself and began to talk to all of them. Shen was actually excited to see them, and they were somewhat excited to see Shen. They all had quite a liking for Shen, and Shen had quite a liking for them. They were famous, the Saiyans, who ran away instead of violence, the Saiyans who helped many people across the universe, the Saiyans who finally took down Frieza. But Shen would look at him and say, "This wasn't just for me to check in on you all. I need you all for a grand mission. A mission to get rid of Majin Buu." Vegeta would look. When he set up the galactic democracy, he's heard of Majin Buu. We've seen his files. That was the one being so strong Frieza couldn't fight. But they're way stronger than Frieza now, right? So Majin Buu should be a piece of cake. Shen looked at him and says, "I hope you're right, but judging by all your power I've seen so far, I can tell you that this won't be easy, to say the least." They nodded and began to follow Shen. As Shen had an idea, he knew that Babidi was after energy, so his plan was to have Nappa charge up all of his power, then they would go steal his energy, and they would be hiding and follow them. So, that's what Nappa did. Nappa pretended to be training by himself, as Shen and the others hid, and watched him. As Nappa went full power, suddenly two men would grab Nappa and stab a weird little needle inside of him, stealing all of his energy. As Popovich and Jamu ran away, they would all follow them to the base. As they got there, Deborah would be looking at them just like in canon. As suddenly, Deborah would fly up there and spit on Kami, turning him into stone. Then he would kill Kibito. As he tried to spit on everyone else, though, they all dodged it. Deborah looked intrigued. It seemed like these people had good reaction. Deborah laughed. "Let's see if you can handle the wrath of the Demon King." As then he flew into the spaceship. Goku would say, "Anyone who's a puppet to someone else, I don't fear the wrath of." As they all began to walk towards it, Shen would say, "Wait, this is what they want you to do." Vegeta would say, "We're gonna have to get rid of Deborah, right? To free Kami. Besides, even if he wants us to do this, I have confidence we can take care of them." Vegeta and the rest of the crew all jumped down into the spaceship. As the first match was Pui Pui. Pui Pui would look at them and begin to laugh. "Finally, I could show off my amazing power. I will destroy all of you." And suddenly, they just started playing rock, paper, scissors. Shen was like, "What are you guys doing?" As Pui Pui got ready to fight, Nappa won the rock, paper, scissors. Then Nappa began to destroy Pui Pui. Pui Pui was no match for Nappa. Nappa was a very experienced fighter, and he also was far stronger than Pui Pui. He outclassed him in every single way. As Nappa would just laugh and humiliate him, Babidi would begin to get angrier and angrier and angrier. After all, if Pui Pui's not drawing in energy, how can they unleash Majin Buu? Suddenly, then he had an idea, though. He transported them to Pui Pui's home planet. As Pui Pui began to laugh, the gravity here is 10 times normal. Nappa would laugh and say, "We've trained with 100 times normal gravity." Pee-Pee would say, "That's a bluff." "Really? Let's see about that." Suddenly, Nappa would turn Super Saiyan and charge a ki blast straight in his face, killing Pee-Pee instantly. As they all jumped down, the next match was Yakon. As Yakon began to look at them both, he began to lick his lips. "It seems like I got some delicious energy here." They all looked at him, as then Goku began to step up. "I think I can handle you easily." "Oh yeah. As Goku began to fight Yakon, things went just like in canon. Goku was even able to blow him up, even though he didn't have Super Saiyan 3 unlocked. Babidi was getting scared. He had no choice but to send out Deborah. But Deborah had an idea. If he can find someone with evil in their heart, they can turn them Majin. Deborah would go out there and see Vegeta. "As he got ready to fight, I heard about you. The man who brought a democracy to an entire universe. A lot of people thought Saiyans were all monsters. However, you changed their opinions. You last bit of Saiyans were all goody two-shoes who saved the universe. However, I wonder, are all of you as good as they say?" Vegeta would look at him confused as they both continued the battle. Vegeta would go Super Saiyan 2, and Deborah would go full power. Vegeta would start to win, however, as he was destroying Deborah, hitting him in all of his pressure points. Deborah tried to spit on him and summoned swords and spears and many different magical techniques. But no matter what he did, Vegeta was always ahead. But as he was searching for evil, he saw Goku, and he would say, "Here!" Goku was always jealous of Vegeta. He was jealous of everyone else. They were so much stronger than him for so long. He was always a little runt, and he always wanted more power. Suddenly, Goku would begin to yell as he grabbed his head. Vegeta would look back and say, "What's going on?" Deborah would laugh and say, "Looks like we have a new servant on our side." It was Majin Goku. As he looked, Vegeta would say, "Nappa, Raditz, deal with Deborah. I got Kakarot." As Vegeta and Kakarot both went out there, both of them began to battle each other. As Vegeta would say, "Why did you do this?" Kakarot would look at him and say, "Every single day you were stronger, no matter how hard I train, no matter how hard I try, but this time it's different. This time I will defeat you." As they both continued the battle, Kakarot was far stronger than Vegeta in Super Saiyan 2 form. He was pushing Vegeta back. As Kakarot looked at him, "I finally did it. I finally surpassed you. What about Majin Buu, Kakarot? Are you even thinking?" When he comes out, Kakarot would say, "Haven't you seen it? All of Babidi's minions were pushover. Majin Buu's gonna be a pushover. All that matters is that I beat you right here, right now. What about your family?" "Oh, don't you pester me. They're okay. This planet will be fine. You cannot defeat me." Kakarot and Vegeta went at it with their words and with their power. Vegeta didn't want to turn Super Saiyan 3 because, well, it could give Babidi too much energy, but he needed to do it. He needed to quickly defeat Goku, so he turned Super Saiyan 3. This shocked Kakarot. Kakarot would look at him and shake. How is this possible, this power?" Vegeta would say, "I don't like to use it because it uses a lot of stamina, but if I use it quickly, I can defeat you." Vegeta quickly then pulled a Kamehameha, as Goku did the same thing. They put everything they had into it, but Goku lost. As a Kamehameha hit Goku, it almost killed him as he fell to the floor. Vegeta turned back to his base and put a senzu bean in his mouth and forced Goku to chew. As he healed, Vegeta looked and quickly flew down. But as he got to the spaceship, it was too late. Majin Buu was finally awoken. As Majin Buu looked at them all, Vegeta knew he had only one chance to do this. Vegeta turned Super Saiyan 3 and began to charge a Kamehameha with every single thing he had. As he pushed into Fat Buu, it completely destroyed him, but he came back. It wasn't enough. Vegeta collapsed on the floor. As Kami would be back, he would grab Vegeta and bring him back to the lookout. Shen and Kami would begin to flee, as they didn't really know what to do. Kami and Shen would watch, waiting things out. So would Vegeta. As they hit on the lookout, Babidi would lead Buu into a killing rampage until Majin Buu got tired of him and killed him. However, eventually Mr. Satan would find Majin Buu and they would become best buddies. But everything would play out in canon until Fat Buu and Evil Buu split. Vegeta, watching this, realized this was his time. as suddenly instant transmission in front of Evil Boo, punching him, turning Super Saiyan 3, as Kami went down there too, and they all decided to help Fat Boo. And with Fat Boo's help, they destroyed Evil Boo. And Fat Boo was the good Boo who was left alone. Some of them didn't trust Boo, but all the evil did get destroyed, so they should be good. Mr. Satan did it. Mr. Satan turned Majin Buu into a good guy, and Vegeta helped destroy Evil Boo. It seemed like the day was saved thanks to Vegeta and Mr. Satan. And that's going to leave things off. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of this series so far down below. I'm having a good time making it. Hopefully you're having a good time watching it. Peace out.